The word champion can be defined as the winner of a competition or an advocate for a cause. In either sense of the word, Michele Smith is a champion. Born on June 21, 1967 in Califon, New Jersey, Michele was the second child of Barbara and Ernest Smith. She grew up in the rural part of the Garden State and excelled in sports from the very beginning. In high school, Michele played basketball, field hockey, and softball, a sport she first enjoyed at the age of 5. After playing for 10 years, Michele started pitching. It was that change in position that would ultimately shape her career and lead her to Oklahoma State University in 1985.
Pitching's very interesting. If you just throw hard, it's like playing a game of checkers. But once you start developing pitches and the mental side, it's like a chess game with a hitter. So she had lots to learn, and she was a great learner, and she excelled.
Michele received all Big 8 honors her first season as a Cowgirl and was on track to repeat her sophomore year when a serious accident nearly cost Michele her career.
She had severed the tricep in her pitching arm. And when she was rehabilitating that, I think is when she dug in the deepest of her soul and knew she wanted to be a pitcher, and not only a good one, but a great one.
Michele worked extensively with the training staff at OSU to rehabilitate her pitching arm and return to the field her sophomore year throwing 3 miles per hour faster. Michele was named a Big 8 Conference All-Tournament selection, an All-American Big 8 Conference selection, and an NCAA All-American her junior and senior years. It didn't matter if Michele was pitching or batting, she excelled.
She had all the tools. She was tall, she was left-handed, she was a great hitter, a great pitcher.
Michele threw a school record 9 no-hitters and won a school record 82 wins at OSU, but the highlight of her collegiate career came in 1989 when the Cowgirls took a historic trip to the Women's College World Series.
The team was really good, and Michele was, one of the centerpieces of the team, but the team was really, really good that year. Very balanced, and so it was exciting. It was exciting to be chased instead of being the chaser. So we had a lot of fun.
USA Today named Michele Oklahoma's College Athlete of the Year in 1989. 1 year later, Michele graduated from OSU with a degree in health and wellness. In total, she set 8 records for Cowgirl softball.
We've had some great players, but I think she was probably one of the first ones that really stood out as a pitcher and a player and got a chance to play worldwide.
The world became Michele's stage shortly after she left Stillwater. She joined Team USA Softball in 1991 and brought home a gold medal from the World Championships in Beijing 1 year later. She continued to earn awards and accolades with USA Softball, winning 3 championships and 2 Pan American Games. But all of Michele's hard work and dedication culminated in Atlanta when she led the United States into the 1996 Olympics. The debut came 10 years to the day after Michele's accident that nearly ended her career.
So, I was lucky enough to snag some tickets for the original 1996 Olympics, our inaugural Olympics, and get to watch her throw and our team play, and it was like a dream come true for all of us because we had all been players and had gone through so much.
Michele and Team USA became champions in softball's first Olympic Games, bringing home the gold in 1996 and again in 2000 when Michele led the team in Sydney.
Honestly, Michelle's just been kind of a pioneer in our sport. She's helped get softball to where it is today. And
Michele was revered not only by softball fans in the U.S., but also in Japan, where she played in the Japan Professional League for 16 years.
I know the Japanese idolize her, and she is the Michael Jordan to the Japanese.
Michele is more than a champion in the sport of softball. She is a true champion for the sport. In 2005, the International Olympic Committee ruled that softball was being removed from the Olympic Games beginning in 2012. It was a major setback for a thriving sport, and Michele has worked tirelessly to see it returned.
Obviously, being the person who she is, she has a lot of influence when it comes to softball at an international level. Everything that Michelle's done, she's succeeded at, so I just hope that, she's able to do this one as well.
Michele continues to promote the sport of softball to America's youth and hosts numerous camps and clinics every year. She has also produced a number of educational DVDs and books about softball and serves with a number of nonprofits to establish recreational baseball and softball programs for kids.
you have so many players that are professional players, but aren't willing to give their time outside of the sport of when they're playing. And with her and what she's done for the sport outside of her just playing, I think the hours that she spends, the people that she represents, and the time that she has, that she gives up, is probably, I can't imagine anybody else having that type of timeline that she has, just dedicated to the sport of softball.
Today, Michele resides in St. Petersburg, Florida, where she has taken up training for triathlons and long-distance biking. She is a passionate advocate for health and fitness for kids and adults, and also gives motivational speeches on women in leadership, team building, and sports training. Michele is also a commentator for ESPN and a worldwide humanitarian representative for Musco Lighting. She has been inducted into the Amateur Softball Association Hall of Fame and the Oklahoma and New Jersey Sports Hall of Fames. Although OSU has never won a national championship in a women's sport, it certainly claims Michele Smith as one of its most beloved champions. She is a champion for the future of softball and for the future of her alma mater, and we recognize her for her commitment to excellence for both.
No matter what she does, she's excelled in every facet of life and in everything that she's chosen to do. Never in a million years would someone or a softball player think, wow, I can make a career out of softball, and she's done that.
You know, when you talk about somebody's work ethic, I think it shows in her successes in life, not just in college, not just nationally, but I think worldwide with her Olympics, with playing professional ball over in Japan. I think her work ethic has proven that she is, you know, she's outworked everybody.
She's just been a winner her whole life, and someone that has strived for excellence and achieved it. And like I said, dreamed big and saw those dreams come true, and I think that's what a university is all about. She's a living, breathing example of what can happen if you're given the opportunity for an education, especially at a special place like Oklahoma State University. So we should be proud of her, and I think she's very proud of Oklahoma State.
She's a complete person, more so than a complete player. You know, there are a lot of really great athletes, but I think she always played with great passion and compassion. And it's taken her a very, very long way. And it's created situations for her to be able to help young people, our sport on the international level, and along the way to help Oklahoma State by giving us great exposure as being such a good ambassador.
A true champion who excels both on and off the field of play. Michele Smith, 2011 Oklahoma State University Alumni Hall of Fame.